It's your main man, Dr. Life, in the business of saving lives. A first responder to man-made disasters. That's right. We're the I.T.B, in the beginning, disaster relief, first responders to unnatural disasters, natural disasters, man-made disasters, artificial disasters. We are those first responders. We're here today because the same man who coined the phrase, a house is not an asset, the same man who taught a whole new mindset when it comes to money, the same man who predicted that the housing bubble will burst 2008 and 2009. Same man who said that this sham of the financial markets that we have since the 2008 and 2009 manufactured man-made disaster called Too Big to Fail is even worse. The same man predicted 2016 plus or minus 3 years, the whole house of cards is going to come tumbling down. And it's going to make 2008 and 2009 financial crisis look like a walk in the park. The same man. Been saying this since 2015, 2014, 2013, Robert Kiyosaki. And in the midst of all of that time, from the 90s, we had the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which is exposing the sham of this financial literacy, the sham of the financial markets, this Ponzi scheme called vulture capitalistic system in the United States of America. This man been exposing it, and we've been sharing it with our people at the root level, from the game cash flow quadrant board game, through a mentoring program, an economic empowerment mentoring program. Then in 2008, 2009, we had our own summer camp here in Orlando, Florida, another economic empowerment training young people to become disaster relief first responders, economic empowerment. And then when the bottom fell out of the financial market, we decided, when I say we, I'm talking about my family, our organization, our business, our Archangel Investment Bank that we put together to train, produce, create disaster relief first responders. We made what we call a Havilah vow. No, a Havilah bar. A Havilah bar is speaking something into existence. A Havilah bar is stating, yo, our people are suffering through a financial crisis in 2008 and 2009. But because we got access to certain information, this will not happen again on our watch. Our people will not suffer through another manufactured, man-made financial crisis where the powers that be, the 6 banks at the table that got a bailout and Too Big to Fail, Chase, Bank of America, Citibank, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, these same banks that caused the crisis and got paid during the crisis, then created another economic casino All our lives are being shredded and torn apart. We said, because we got access to information, like individuals like Robert Kiyosaki. Because during this financial crisis, do you know what the last economic empowerment session that that I went to, that he said? The last time I went and saw him in 2015, he made a statement. Why work for money when they're printing money? Why would you work for money when the banks that crashed the system are working in conjunction with the Federal Reserve Bank? The Federal Reserve that has no loyalty to any of the people in the United States of America, the American citizens. The Federal Reserve only has loyalties to its profits. And these same banks, in collusion with the Federal Reserve, print their own money and pay themselves when financial crises come and leave the American people holding the bag. And Robert said in 2015, why work for money when they're printing money? Why would you go to a job and work for a artificial, manufactured, man-made piece of paper that they state the value to it? They state what it's worth, and they state how many hours you have to work and how much of that fake artificial paper they will give you for 40, 60, 70, 80 hours out of your life. Why would you work for money when you can print money? When they print money. If they print money, you can print money. How do you print your money? We stated a Havila bar. This will not happen on our watch, because our people, the bottom 97, they're going to get the principles to print their own money. So we packaging everything that we've learned through all of the individuals like Robert Kiyosaki that have come through our lives. We've packaged it. People go into real estate and they talk about flip this house. We're going to use the principles that we've gathered to turn the disaster relief first responders that we recruit and train into what we call Havillionaires. Slumdogs Havillionaires. You know what happened in Slumdog Millionaires. At the end of the movie, the Slumdog Millionaire went from the slums to hitting the jackpot and winning. But millions ain't nothing. We're going to show individuals who train with us to be first responders, disaster relief first responders. We lead from the inside out. We empower from within our own ranks. We ain't looking for people who just looking to get rich and wealthy, who trying to be like the Joneses. No, we want those who are committed to cleaning up these man-made disasters. And those who dedicate themselves to training with us to be man-made first responder, disaster relief first responders. Then we're going to train y'all on how to be slumdogs Havillionaires. And we're going to launch a series around our slumdogs Havillionaires and how these individual slumdogs Havillionaires help us as we flip these slums. You heard us. We ain't satisfied with flipping houses. That's some old 1980s millionaire status. That's any millionaire can flip a house. Any thousandaire can flip a house. We're gonna show y'all how slumdog Havillionaires flip these slums, these man-made disasters. So we say to Robert, hats off. And I'm going to leave you with his final statement today. Robert says, knowledge is the new money. Knowledge is the new money. Watch what I do with that statement. Watch the economic empowerment that we give y'all off of that statement. Knowledge is the new money. Here we come. Dr. Life Mart. Disaster Relief Superstore. Dr. Life, in the business of saving lives. First Responder. RPG, the Rugged Prophetic Ghost. Alien Nation. Alien Rock Nation. We live in this world, we're not of this world. You already know what time it is. Now it's time for y'all to come get it. Peace.